everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing another testing video. This time it's not makeup, it's actually a false tan. Now I actually seen Millie T and also Miss Olivia Alice do the world's darkest tan, which is by St.Moriz. I'm not testing that one out just because I'm a little bit too scared to do that. I suffer with psoriasis, so that probably isn't going to be the best for me, especially if it's quite strong, so I'm going to stay clear of that one. But I am going to be testing out a tan that I haven't used before, and it is also by St.Moriz. So this is the one that I'm going to be testing out. So this is the one that I'm going to be testing out, and this says that it develops within 60 minutes, which is amazing because I know personally when I go a nights out, I want my tan to be kind of like quick. There's been times when I've worked, this hair up here is like sticking out, but there's been times when I've been in work on a Saturday because I used to work in hairdressers, and on a Saturday night I'd be going out and I'd probably forget on the Friday because again I'd be in work on Friday, so I'd finish work, I'd go home, get a shower and everything, and I'd just forget to put tan on or I'd be too tired. This is kind of a good one, especially if you just get home, get a shower, put it on, leave it for 60 minutes, developed, and it's fine, ready to go for the rest of the night. So I'm going to test it out, see how it is. Again, so with this one, the longer you leave it on, the more it will develop. So like 1 hour will be the lightest one, 2 hours would be like a medium, and then 3 hours will be dark. Usually with tans, I do try to sleep in them, so if I put a tan on, put it on the night before, try to the best that I can, try and get myself in a bit of a habit now of doing it. So I'd sleep in it, go to bed with the tan on, and then in the morning I'd be tanned nice and ready for the day. At the moment as well, just to let you know, in lockdown I haven't been false tanning. It's been a while. The last time that I tanned was probably the last time that I'd done a testing video, and I think that might have been, I'm not entirely too sure, but the last time that I'd done a tanning video I probably tanned just then. I think it was at the beginning of lockdown in the UK, so that's how long ago it was, and I mean that was a while ago. So I'm gonna see how this is. So at the moment I have got makeup on, so I need to get all this off my face. So what I'm gonna do is I have bought some new leg razors. So I'm gonna get a shower, I'm gonna wash my hair nice and fresh. I'm gonna shave my legs, shave everywhere else that you don't need to know about. And then we're gonna come back after I've exfoliated and everything, because you have to exfoliate before putting tan on. So I'm going to do all that in the shower, come back, and then we're going to test this out on the channel. So stay tuned. Hi, so I'm back from my shower. We've got rid of all of the makeup that I had on. I've got a freshly washed hair, and I've just got like this really like old vest top on just so we can cover ourselves up. I did have a bardo that I had on another video, but I can't find it, so we're just gonna have to deal with this one. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna pop some moisturizer onto my face, just because I hate when my face feels really dry when I get out of the shower. So as you can see, I probably look like I have a bit of colour on my chest and shoulders, but this is just from tanning in the UK because it has been a little bit warm. I have this new mitt, which is, it's not by St.Moriz, it's by Motown. Very like soft, it's kind of like a sponge material. If I compare to this one, which is by Doll Beauty, this is kind of like, it's not a sponge, it's kind of like it's not like a flannel, but it's kind of like, it's kind of weird. But this is more of like a sponge, this isn't. This is more of like an actual material. This one is quite good with the Mousse one, which is the Doll Beauty one. But again, these are good. These are cheap ones. I've used these before in the past and they haven't been any issue. We all know how to apply this, so I'm just gonna shake it very well, and then I'm just gonna get my mitt and just pump this on here. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm just gonna start by doing the lower half of my arm first. So it has a colour guide, and I'm just gonna stay doing up down motions like that. But this first initial colour doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna, like that compared to that. It has a nice scent actually. It smells really nice. And then I'm just gonna do behind here. I do have a mirror here, so I'm just gonna tilt that so I can just see the back of my arm. And I don't like to go over my elbows too much. So I'm just gonna do this side first, just so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this is just what, please mind the shoulder. I need to get someone to tan my back. I'm not really good at doing that, but can you see the difference? Like, first initial impression of this is it's really nice and it doesn't really smell that bad. I feel like maybe if you was to sleep in this, the scent would probably deteriorate after a while. To do my face, I always use one of these brushes. So this one is just the Expert face brush. This is what that looks like. And what I do is I always put like one pump and then I will do like one half of my face. And then you can also drag this down your face with the brush then. Like, I mean, down your neck with the brush. Because sometimes I feel like when you do your neck with the mitt, it doesn't blend it that well. So just like that. I'm just going to do another one. I feel like this brush kind of like soaks the tan up really quick, so you have to be quite quick with it. Okay, so that's just the tan on my face. Looking a bit dark, but probably when we wash it off it will look okay. Okay, so we've just put the tan on. So this is what it looks like freshly on. I got my boyfriend to do my back. So it says, achieve a light sun-kissed glow in just 1 hour, or wait 2 hours for a medium tan and 3 hours for a dark tan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it an hour, come back, leave it another hour, come back, and then the third hour, come back again. So we have got, so it's 16:36, so we'll come back in an hour, come back about 5:30, see how this looks, then we'll come back at 6:30, see how it looks at its darkest. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Fingers crossed. See you in a bit. So it is 5:30. Okay, so this is just what the tan is looking like. It is definitely darker, I would definitely say. It's not as dark as what I would usually have it. Like, my face looks like it needs a good scrub and it looks like it's dead patchy, but in person it doesn't look that way. I've just been sat like this with like my straps down off my top, just been watching YouTube in my filming room, so just been chilling out. So we've got another hour and then it is classed as medium. Probably going to keep it on a little bit longer than that because I do want to actually see how dark it goes. Oh, I was just like moving that, looked like I was like doing a chicken arm. But yeah, I do actually quite like it, and up to now it's not gone dark on like my elbows. Like this one probably has a little bit, but that one hasn't. That's probably just my application. Hopefully it might come off. Also I've noticed on my finger here it's kind of like gone through, but again that's just probably my fault because it's not like that on this side. So this is just what my hands look like. A tip as well for like doing false tan on your hands, I sometimes like to just get the brush and go down, you know, like when you're putting the product on, just go down the sides of your fingers like that rather than doing it with the mitt, because I feel like sometimes with the brush it's a little bit easier to apply it. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this for another hour, see how it develops, see if it gets a little bit darker. If it doesn't seem like it's getting any darker, I'll probably just wash it off, but yeah, we'll see how it is in another hour. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I'm back. It is now 6:30, check-in time, and this is what we're looking like. I don't feel like I'm getting any darker. I feel like this is how it's gonna stay. I mean, I'm gonna leave it for the extra hour that it says for extra dark. So it does say to leave it for 3 hours to get the darkest that it goes. I don't feel like it's gonna get any darker than this, to be honest. And at the moment I would probably say this is just the same kind of like colour that you would normally get from the St.Moriz. Whether it's gonna wash off completely when I get in the shower, I don't know. At the moment I don't feel like it's gonna get any darker than this. I feel like this is probably just the same. I feel like it's just the same tan as the regular St.Moriz, and they've just repackaged it and put more like instructions on the front. The other St.Moriz probably does the same thing from what I think. It does have a different scent though, so it can't be the same. I don't know. I just feel like it's not getting any darker. I feel like if you was to leave this on for 60 minutes, I feel like this is how it was at the beginning. It's probably going to be the same at the end, but we'll see. We'll leave it the extra hour and then I'll check in again in another hour, and then we'll see what it's like then. Obviously my hair isn't drying as well. I'll see you all later in another. This is the last check-in for tonight. So the time now is, I don't know if you can see that, but it says 20:15. So it is been more than 3 hours now since I put the tan on, and again I don't feel like it's got any darker. I feel like it is just the same shade as before. Yeah, so I don't feel like it's got any darker. I'll just actually turn the exposure down. So this is with the exposure turned down. I didn't turn it down in the other ones, but this is probably a little bit more realistic. It obviously has got a little bit darker outside as well, so the lights are probably making it look a little bit lighter, but the shade of the tan is actually a perfect colour. Like, I love the colour of this, especially when I probably wash this off, it'd probably go a little bit of a better colour. So yeah, I do like the shade of it. It looks quite dark on my arms. What I'll do tomorrow is I will wash this tan off, because I'm going to sleep in it tonight, just because that is what you usually do with tan. So I'm going to sleep in this tan, see how it is, and then I'll check in with you again once it's been washed off, just to show you what the colour's like once the top layer's been washed off. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the final check-in. Hi everyone, unfortunately I didn't manage to do the check-in the next day. I completely forgot to do the check-in, and it was like a week ago, and I'm just editing the film ready for this week, so I'm gonna do my outro now. What I will just say is that the tan the next morning was an okay colour. I probably would say it is just the same as the regular St.Moriz, nothing special. I feel like the 1 to 2 hours to 3 hours for the different like shades is kind of like a little, you know, you could do that with a normal tan. Like, I don't see the whole process. Me personally, myself, I always sleep in my tans anyway, so I don't get that. But yeah, if you did want to like leave it on for an hour and get a light tan, then obviously you can do that with that. That is something personally I wouldn't do myself. But yeah, if you did like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, because it helps me out, obviously. But I do apologize that obviously the outro isn't on the same kind of like day, next day, and obviously I don't have the tan on. I'm looking kind of ratchet right now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.